Hi there, and welcome everyone to this kind of different reading from what I usually do. I tend to make readings based on, we pick a card, readings and stuff like that. This one is just going to be one reading, and I'm going to let you decide with your intuition whether or not that reading is for you. We're going to start with the Sacred Forest Oracle. That is going to be the gateway in. And two things can happen when you see the card that I pull from there. It can either be that it completely resonates with something that is going on in your life right now, or it can maybe not resonate as much. The point is that get in touch with your intuition, because even if it doesn't resonate that particular card that I pull, then maybe you still have an intuition saying, yeah, but there is something else in this reading that I need to see. It may also be that you don't even have that feeling, that once you see the card, it's just like, well, this reading is not for me. Then by all means, trust that, because you're probably right. Intuition rarely fails, I find. Once you get really connected with your intuition, usually what your intuition comes up with is the right thing for you. So we're going to start with the Sacred Forest Oracle, then we're going to pull a card from the Woodland Wardens, and finally we're going to get some more information from the Book of Shadows Tarot. So let's see, what card are we being shown today? Oh, this one, sorry. So this is our key card. We have the Thicket of Thorns, Uncertainty. Yes, I'm going to place it up here. So, if you are dealing with, well, obviously uncertainty, certain dilemmas in your life, you kind of feel like you're stuck, then this could definitely be a reading for you. Can we get an additional card, please, for the Thicket of Thorns? And we have the Duck and Chrysanthemum, Luck. Oh, and the number 10 up here as well. Now that's beautiful. I'm also noticing the purple one, and I have the amethyst lying here. I'm just going to place it here. I feel like that has significance. So, starting off with these, you may be feeling like you're stuck at the moment, but something is going to turn. I'm not really, from these cards, I'm not really getting anything that you plan per se. I'm more like, it's going to feel more like something that just pops up in your life and, the events of circumstances. It's going to feel like luck. It's going to feel like a coincidence, but really what it is, it's just, it was always meant to be. I also feel like you're meant to be stuck right now. Mostly because I don't believe that the universe offers us anything that is not meant to be. But I feel like when the universe puts us in a place where we can't move forward, it's usually due to us not seeing something. So my question to you would be, what is it that you're not seeing? What capacity are you not acknowledging within your own being? Yes, I want to draw one more actually from the Woodland Wardens. Let's see what that says. The skunk and magnolia protection. Right. So, as I said, the universe absolutely have you covered. And what's going to feel like a coincidence really was planned all along. And you're meant to be stuck right now because there's something you are meant to see. There's something you're meant to acknowledge and something you're meant to, I want to say, be honest about with yourself. Yes. We do tend to sometimes, as human beings, to tell ourselves stories that aren't really true, or to demand things of ourselves that, really has no purpose, really. The thing about thorns, when you get stuck in thorns, the more you struggle, the more you get stuck. So if this is something that resonates with you, I'm going to say that be still. Don't fight it. Don't try to avoid whatever feeling you're stuck with, but just sit with it, acknowledge it, be present with the emotion that you have, and allow yourself to dig into what created that emotion. And when I say what created that emotion, I mean really dig underneath all the layers, because usually we say, oh, but I'm feeling like this because of that person. Yeah, but next layer is, why does that person make you feel that way? Why is it that that event affects you the way that it does? What is it that it highlights within your own being? So be still and really take notice. I actually think once you do that, the universe is going to pop in with something that's going to feel like luck. It's going to feel like circumstances, but really it's more like a kind of reward, actually, for seeing the things that you need to see. But either way, you are protected. It's not something that's about to ruin you, because the universe has your back. I mean, I know it's something that it's kind of cliche to say, but it's true. Right, so we have the Book of Shadows Tarot, and I'm going to draw a few cards from each of them. One of them, this one with the green edge, is going to be the Earthly Realm. There was one there. And then we're going to draw a few from the one with the blue edge, which is going to be more, on a spiritual, mental realm. I want that one and that one. Thank you. So, let's see. We have the Eight of Chalices. And we have the Knight of Swords. I'm just going to put these up a little bit so you better can see. I want to say, speaking of the thorns and getting stuck, you're working too hard. You're working way too hard to try and figure out, the whereabouts and the A's and B's and C's and D's and E's and F's of the entire conundrum. You're working way too hard, and you have to make your choices. And with this one, I'm seeing, and the kite, I'm kind of seeing equally the letting it go and flying up high. And it may be that I'm seeing those two because both messages are meant to get out. But obviously, working too hard and having to prioritize and leave something behind really corresponds well with the letting go. But I'm also feeling like I'm getting manifestation with this one too, because it's kind of like putting something loved on that kite and just whoosh, letting it rise up, kind of like manifesting to the universe. One way of manifesting to the universe is actually just to trust, not to try and make things happen too hard, but to actually trust the process. Trust the fact that if you get still, you'll be able to ever so slightly just release one thorn at the time. Let's check out the others. We have the Eight of Water. Do you see this? The Eight of Water and the Crown of Earth. Yes. I'm actually feeling like these cards are calling you back into your spirituality, because this is very much kind of like getting stuck in the ego, the earthly realm. And there's nothing wrong with the earthly per se, but it's more like the ego is trying to figure out so many things. And really, what it's about is just letting it go and allowing for the spiritual side of you to actually take the reins, take the lead. With the Crown of Earth, I'm also getting the manifestation. I'm getting this kind of putting things into motion almost magically without lifting many fingers, because it all depends on the trust. It depends on brewing the right brew. And you're not brewing the right brew right now because you're trying to struggle, you're putting in too much effort. It's kind of like when you make a soup and it takes a certain amount of spices and the soup is perfect, but then you kind of go overboard and you put too many spices in, and it just becomes this odd, many flavored kind of soup that doesn't really taste of anything, because all those extra flavors just, you know, erasing each other out somehow. So take a step back, allow for the spiritual side of you to come forth, allow for that trust in the universe, that trust in everything happens for a reason and that you are protected. Because I am certainly getting, well, not a universe is protecting you per se, other than this, but I'm really getting this: you are taken care of. You already have what you need, if you know what I'm saying. This isn't you don't have to go out and find new skills or new ways of doing things. I mean, if your spiritual paths has only taken you to, I say only, bear in mind it's just words. If it's only taken you to crystals, for instance, then what I'm seeing here is that is enough, because you already know what it is. I want to put this down here. You already know what it is, or should I say, you already have the tools to deal with this. So if that is meditation, then meditation it is. If it's meditation and adding in crystals or adding in your own tarot, something like that, then that is it. If it's taking an afternoon, just more or less just letting your intuition guide you to creating spells or whatever, however it is your path looks like, your path has the tools to release the thorns that you're caught in. I want to draw another card for you. I want to draw kind of, a finishing card to sort of get some extra clarity around maybe around some of this, what tools, where do you need to find your tools? Other than obviously the spiritual realm or the mental and psychic realm, where do you need to find your tools? What are the tools related to? Wizard of Woods, focus. Yes. I believe that we have a Crone of Earth and a Wizard of Woods that are very much speaking together. Which only leads me to say that if your spiritual tools, if you have a lot of them and some of them are very much earth-based, like nature scrying or kitchen craft, herbal remedies, stuff like that, I'm with these two as a pair, I'm gonna say that the tools required is very much earth-based. It's very much physical. It relies on nature. It relies on allowing yourself to connect with nature. Maybe it is as simple as actually going for a walk in the woods. It can be as simple as that. Now, for my part, I can only say that nature's grind, when I go for a walk and intentionally go out with the aim of getting an answer to a certain conundrum, nature has never yet failed me. So I'm going to say that that is definitely, actually, I want to put these two together. How do we do this? Let's put them together down here. There we go. Because these two absolutely belong together, and these two are really giving you the answer as to how to get out of this. What you're going to find, as I said before, what you're going to find once you allow yourself for that space is that something is going to open up. And it's going to be sort of this, oh, I didn't see that coming, or I didn't expect that to happen, or I hadn't looked at it from that perspective. And then someone offers you that perspective. It's going to feel, I'm even going to say, you might even get this, oh God, why didn't I see that? I should have seen that. I have a feeling like this is actually something that's going to come in ever so lightly. Not something you are working for, not something you are pushing, not something you're forcing, but something that just happens. And once it does, you're actually going to feel that protection that's already there. Yes. So, obviously, take whatever resonates, but if all of this made sense, then the conclusion to all of this is that the standstill you're in right now, it is going to lift, but it takes you stepping down, stepping back, being still in order to not let the thorns get you caught too much up. And one of the ways that you're stepping down and getting quiet is through some nature process. It can be as simple as a walk, it can be working with herbal remedies, that kind of thing. It can even be planting flowers and stuff. And what's going to happen is things are going to open up, and you're going to get that feeling of, oh yeah, I was protected all along. I'm even going to say you're going to look back and you're going to understand what it was, because I actually think this is some learning process for you. You will realize something that you can take as a tool and bring forth. So you are most definitely protected, even if it doesn't feel like that at the current moment. Lovely. So that was the reading for today. I realize it's very different from, pick a card readings and stuff like that, but I do hope that you can sense your own intuition and sense the bits and pieces that are meant for you. And if you feel like this entire reading actually spoke to you, then all the better. If you do feel like sharing how this has resonated and what you learned from it, maybe even some of the tools you're using and some of the realizations, I mean, you're always welcome to share whatever experience you have in the comment section. Until then, and until next time we see each other on YouTube, I'm just going to say have a very blessed time. And remember that there are so many ways you can subscribe, that you can support a small channel, which is, you can subscribe, you can, share, comment, like, all of that. And there are also a few links down in the description for other ways of supporting the channel if that is something you feel like doing. In any case, thank you so much for watching and take very good care of yourself. Bye.